from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. Hope your morning's going well. Happy Wednesday, January 23rd, here in the great year of 2019. I'm actually writing 2019 now. I'm not writing 2018 anymore, so I finally got over the hump and figured it out. So hopefully you're all doing well and writing the right year this morning, and I appreciate you tuning into the broadcast. We have so much coming up for you in today's show. I'm ecstatic about this. The CNS Northstars boys ice hockey team joined me at Chick-fil-A this week, and we did a live special engagement broadcast for the people at Chick-fil-A. We also did it on Facebook Live on facebook.com/live-now-DT, and now I have the opportunity to share it with you on the airwaves. So coming up in just a moment will be my special with the CNS boys ice hockey team, the CNS Northstars. You'll be hearing from Ricky Riley, Matt Kramer, Josh Matiasik, and head coach Dan Jones this morning. Inside of our special from Chick-fil-A, you will hear us discuss the season and break down, the boys ice hockey team and whatnot, and then we'll get into something I've done on the show for a long time called Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire will be when I put all of the gentlemen on the hot seat. All four of them will have to answer questions from me that could be anything, and then in the spirit of fairness, I go on the hot seat, and they get to ask me questions in the final segment that you're going to hear today. So the CNS boys ice hockey team, we're going to have a lot of fun with them. Ricky Riley, Matt Kramer, Josh Matiasik, and head coach Dan Jones were a pleasure to have, and just a lot of fun. I mean, overall, they were just great, and I appreciate the fact that they spent some time with me and came out and did a special at Chick-fil-A. Obviously, we want to thank Chick-fil-A for being tremendous as always. Jim Sikowski and the entire team at Chick-fil-A Cicero, 7916 Brewerton Road in Cicero, New York. If you haven't been there, you need to go. I mean, it's plain and simple. The food is great. The atmosphere is great. The people are great more than anything, and it's just something I always wanted for Central New York for the longest time. So I'm very, very happy Chick-fil-A's here, and I thank Jim Sikowski and the entire team, and I thank Tim Bednarski, the head of athletics at CNS, and all of CIcero-North Syracuse High School for their connection to Wake Up Call and for bringing it all together. That Chick-fil-A and CNS loved the idea of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora being able to showcase these student athletes and these coaches and programs. So it's because of you that this is possible. It's an idea, but we all have to come together as a family to make this idea come to life. So thank you to CNS and thank you to Chick-fil-A, and I'm excited to share that with you. And, of course, every single Wednesday that we always do is Coach Q joins us on the broadcast for a live interview inside of his season. So Coach Q and I were at the PressRoom Pub last night, had a great show with Adni Amadou as well of the staff, and so Coach Q is going to be joining me live this morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, just as he does every single Wednesday. So put that in the calendar and stamp it for every Wednesday during the season, Coach Q at 10:30. So we're going to take a fast break right here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. When we come back from hearing from the great partners of Wake Up Call, you will hear from the CNS Northstars boys ice hockey team, Ricky Riley, head coach Dan Jones, Josh Matiasik, and Matt Kramer joining the show from our special from Chick-fil-A. And then at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll get into a conversation with Coach Q. And if we have a few minutes in between, we'll do some other great things here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. So with that being said, let's take a fast break. And when we come back, you'll hear from CNS, the boys ice hockey team, the Northstars, coming up right after this.
This is a Wake Up Call Fast Break.
For all of us that have always wanted our favorite restaurant to come to us, it's now a reality in Central New York with It's a Utica Thing, with Utica Pizza Company bringing their wonderful recipes that they've handed down through generations to you, to your event, to your business, to your home. It's a Utica Thing, proudly bringing Utica Pizza Company on wheels to your location. Call 315-738-8946. That's 315-738-8946 to bring Utica Pizza Company to your doorstep with It's a Utica Thing.
I'm George Townsend of Honda City with some good advice when buying a new car. The true cost of owning a new car is determined by the appraised value when you trade it. No vehicle appraises higher than a Honda. Next, look for low APRs and deep discounts. You also want low maintenance costs and great fuel economy. That's why my advice to you is to buy a new Honda. Looking pre-owned, visit our Honda Certified Used Car Center. Honda City, 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard, Liverpool, or HondaCity-CNY.com.
It would be a pity if you don't shop at Honda City.
This is Jimmer Sikowski, owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Cicero, 7916 Brewerton Road in Cicero, right in front of the Home Depot. I had a deep feeling that God wanted me to do something bigger with my life and to help people, help others. He kept putting Chick-fil-A in my life, and I realized as I was going through the franchise selection process that positively impacting the lives of others was really core to what we do here at Chick-fil-A. First of all, it starts with the food. The food is brought in fresh daily. We bring in local produce. We prepare to order in the kitchen. We hand bread our chicken. We hand spin our milkshakes. It's great food. It doesn't taste like fast food. I think the second thing is the way people feel when they come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. It's different. We try to treat people with intentional kindness here, which is very different and deeper than good customer service. And so I think it feels remarkable for most people to come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. And then lastly, the impact that we try to have in the community is very different. It's a big part of the expectation of every operator of a Chick-fil-A restaurant is that they're actively engaged in their community, they're a leader in the community, and they're making a difference. When they realize that what we're striving to do is to shine a little light in their life, that's a very, very different experience than you will have in any other quick service restaurant. And it's that remarkable experience that I think people will emotionally connect with.
Having peace of mind when you're out of town that your furry-loving friend is safe and sound means taking them to Canine Kampground, because we all know that when it comes to the love of our pets, it goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure they're safe and sound. Right, Lily? So take a ride to 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, New York, and see Canine Kampground and where your dog will be staying in the classic cabin, the executive cabin, the grand cabin, or of course the luxury cabin, because if you know Lily, you know she loves luxury. Now you don't have to wait to the last minute to find a family member or a friend that'll take your dog for a few days. Call Canine Kampground at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Their drop-off and pickup times are Monday through Sunday. Check K9Campground.com for more information. That's the letter K, the number 9, and campground spelled with a K.com. K9Campground.com.
When you're going out of town, bring your dog to Canine Campground.
Consistency is, well, consistently hard to find, unless you head to 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York, the home of the Pen and Trophy Center, who has been serving us Central and Upstate New Yorkers, as well as beyond, for decades. The Pen and Trophy Center on 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York, gives you an amazing and unique way to customize a memory today. Say it with the Pen and Trophy Center. Be it an Employee of the Month award, a sports award, something for your business, engraving for your family, your loved ones, anniversaries, birthday parties, and so much more, including remembering somebody who served in the military. Say it with the Pen and Trophy Center. 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York. The definition of consistency is pen and trophy.
Browse their products on penandtrophy.com. That's penandtrophy.com, and call them for more information at 315-422-8797. That's 315-422-8797.
You inside of Chick-fil-A Cicero. We appreciate the people that have gone to the drive-thru, people that have come in here today. It is, I think, 6 degrees was the high today, and I learned how to use a snowblower today. So Dad came over and said, "Why are you shoveling?" I was kind of hurting a little bit yesterday. So we're here inside of this snow-covered day in Central New York, which ironically, when Chick-fil-A opens here in Central New York in February, almost a year coming up here, in a very short amount of time, just a couple of weeks. When they opened on a snowstorm, and it felt very much like this. So that feeling is here with us, and gentlemen, you're wearing your sweatshirts and your jackets and your hats still, so we all look very cold. How you doing today, guys? Ricky, how's life? What's going on?
Doing pretty good, thank you. Trying to stay warm and just enjoying the season.
What can you say about the season so far for CNS boys ice hockey? I mean, Chick-fil-A Cicero is extremely, extremely supportive of all CNS athletics. So what can you say about, how things have been going and what's been going on with the season so far?
We had a great team coming into the season, and we're very strong up front, very strong in the back. We got great defense, 2 very strong lines, and then we got younger kids who are very good at defense as well, and our first O-line with Matt Kramer, Jake Demblaker, and Holden Shirosi, very strong line. They'll do good this year.
And you are a senior.
Yes.
So what can you say about going through this program and what you've learned over at CNS so far?
Best thing is to always keep your head up. The season's not over until it's over, so if you're having a few bad games, just keep going, and it can turn just like that. So, always work your hardest and get the best out of it, because I still remember 10th grade year just like it was yesterday, and now I'm a senior with a few games left.
Matt Kramer, where are we at here, Matt? Now, tell me, Matt, you are not a senior on the team. You got some more time left. What are you learning from the senior class with this team?
Well, we have a lot of seniors this year, and our senior class is very experienced. I think we have 10 seniors, so there's a lot of boys to look up to out there, and they teach me a lot of new things that I didn't know, and help me become a better player.
What can you say you've learned from the guys that are sitting to your left and your right as part of the senior class? What have they taught you?
Well, I've known both of them for a very long time, even before we started playing hockey together, so they've taught me a lot of things, and they've made me a better player at the end of the day.
Let's go to Ricky first here. What has Ricky taught you? Let's stay with you. Yeah, what's he taught you specifically?
Specifically, he's always been a really good friend to me, and he's always taught me just to keep going no matter what. It might not look like you're gonna things might be down, but you can always bounce back and turn everything around.
And what about Josh Mediasek? What has he taught you?
He's taught me a lot of things. He's taught me that it's not just skill out there.
Yeah.
You can't just go by that. You gotta always work hard and show up and go hard in practice and do your best.
So Josh, I'm going to come to you now and ask you about this team and what you've taken away from the team so far. You're a senior. It's your last run at this thing. What have you taken away from the season?
Just the fact that we just really got to work together as a team, and we're a really solid team this year. And if we work together, we can beat anybody. And I think we know that. And we have a really deep team, and a freshman in net, but he's solid, and he's not very not as bad as people thought. Everybody thinks that he's weak just because he's a freshman, but he's pretty solid, and he keeps us in games, and we just have to keep our heads up and not get too down and just stay focused on the goal.
You say if this team comes together, what's the disconnect? Do you feel like the team hasn't gotten to that point yet, hasn't had that cohesive moment yet?
Yeah, I think we still got a little ways to go. Sometimes, it just seems that our forwards and D are off a little bit. And
shout out to Jimmy Sikowski. he is the reason why Chick-fil-A Cicero exists here, which is why I'm still in Central New York, I would say. Go back to what you were saying, Josh. So bringing the team together, why it's taken some time?
Yeah, it's just with every team, it just takes a little while for the chemistry to get up and everybody to be on the same page out there. And I think we're starting really to get there, but struggled a bit our past few games, just a few losses, but we've played good as a team, so the wins are gonna start coming.
All right, we're gonna go to Coach here, Coach Dan Jones. Coach, this is your first run at something like this, little round table. So what can you say about why you chose these three gentlemen to be here?
Well, I think it's pretty easy. They're our captains, our leaders on the team, and wouldn't want to be up here with any other guys representing the team like that.
Why are they the captains? What has made each of these gentlemen, Josh, Matt, and Ricky, why them?
Well, starting with Ricky, just his positive outlook, how he brings the team together. He's very vocal, and he's somebody that everybody looks up to and relates to. So that was a pretty good decision there. Matt Kramer's worked hard. Both Matt and Josh have been really good impacts on the ice. They also do everything right, starting in practice and coming through into our games. They're guys that both of them lead by example and also say and do the right things when the time comes.
And I'm hearing the accent. I'm hearing the Canadian in you. So where do you call home? Where's home?
Just outside Toronto, Richmond Hill.
Right outside Toronto. So how far outside?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. So did you grow up a Toronto fan of everything, or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Big Leafs fan, big Blue Jays, Raptors.
Raptors. The only one that I'm concerned with is the Raptors.
Yeah.
Because that's been my team since they came in '95.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yes. O'Shea Brissett and I. After the SU games, we talk about the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah. Right.
So, do you like Kawhi Leonard?
I do. I was a little skeptical when they signed him in the summer, but been really happy with how he's come together and his effort that he's put in with the team. And he's a lot more mature than I thought he was. I thought he was going to be a little bit more of a distraction than anything.
What about DeMar DeRozan? You haven't heard a guy saying forever that he wanted to play for Toronto, wanted to stay in Toronto. Toronto was home. A couple of years ago, they bring him up for the free agent opportunity where he could sign a max deal. Toronto goes somewhere else. It was up to him. He said before the date even happened, don't call me, don't talk to me. I'm staying in Toronto. This is where I want to be. I love this place. When Toronto ultimately shipped him to San Antonio, he was hurt. How did you take it as a Raptor fan?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was an unfortunate situation, but, sports, professional sports, it's a business, and, things happen. I had nothing bad against the guy. I thought he played his part and did his role, and, I respect that he loved the city and loved Toronto, and I, respect his efforts and, have no ill will against them.
Fair enough. Well, Toronto hopefully continues their success. Ricky, I'm going to have you start this off. I want you to tell me something about head coach Dan Jones that you've taken away so far this season. Something positive from Coach Jones over here.
Whenever anyone does anything wrong, it's never a screaming moment. It's never he never puts down any of the players, and that's where a lot of successes came in this year, and we appreciate that a lot. And we had open arms to a new coach, and he's fit the role perfectly, and I think we're all getting along very well, and it's just bringing the team together as best as we can. So it's all working out well.
All right. Josh Barlasik, tell me something about head coach Dan Jones.
Well, one thing that I like about him is just how well prepared he is for games. We have a meeting as soon as we get to the rink, and then we warm up, and then we meet again before the game, and he gives us the rundown of the team that we're playing and the goalie and what he thinks his weak spots are and how we can exploit their team weaknesses as well and just beat this team, and really just lays it all out there for us and lets us know what we have to do to win, and it's up to us to do it.
So he does his homework. He's ready. He's got you on your toes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Matt Kramer. What can you tell me about head coach Dan Jones?
Okay, so, him being a new coach, no one really knew anything about him. And I knew who he was, just because the coach, so I knew who he was. But no one really knew how everything was going to go, seeing him every day and practicing with him. And he came out the first day, and he's joking around, and it's all he's just getting to know everyone. But, he's still really serious, and he brings that, serious aspect to where, everyone knows, they're here to have fun, but you're still there to win as many games as possible.
All right, Coach, you heard the positive words from your players.
Yeah.
I want you to go down the line here. Start with Josh, then to Matt, and then go to Ricky here. Tell me something about these guys. I know we talked a little bit about why they're the captains, but what have you learned from them this season? What have you seen from each of them? And they were very nice to you, so my suggestion was to probably give it back to these guys.
Yeah. Well, they've all taught me, first of all. This is my first year, like I said, being from Canada. I didn't grow up in the high school sports system here, so there's been a learning curve there for me. I've been coaching, but coaching travel hockey, so this is my first go at doing the high school hockey and high school sports, and they've all kind of helped me adjust to what to expect facing other teams and their best players, that kind of thing. But personally, I'd say Josh has taught me, again, how to be intense when he needs to be intense, and when the game's on the line, he's really stepped it up, and seeing that intensity from him, kind of rubs off on me as it should, and I try to do the same, rubbing off on the other guys on the team. Matt's done his job, I would say, preparing as hard as he can in practice. He's a great team worker and brings a lot of guys together on the ice, which is something, again, that seeing that, and he's a more lead by example kind of guy, and that lets me know that it's time to work when he's serious and he's got his game face on. I know I need to as well. And then Ricky has just been, I've learned that we can always take positives out of every situation. Always can put work in and better our situation at the same time. And, he's really worked hard and doesn't always get rewarded with the ice time, but he always stays positive, always keeps the guys going, and makes the most of every opportunity that he has.
A lot of positives here as we speak with the CNS Northstars boys ice hockey team here. Wake-up call with Dan Tortora on site, on location, every single month at Chick-fil-A Cicero with CNS Athletics. This is the first time we get to showcase boys ice hockey over with CNS Northstars, and I feel like when I'm done with the show today, I'm not going to say hockey, I'm going to say hockey. I'm getting there. I'm starting to feel it a little bit over here. I'm absorbing the accent. But before we stop the first segment here, Ricky, I want to go to you on this, and just what you could say about, like you said, you embraced having a new coach, but what that experience has been like. You're a senior. You got Coach Dan Jones for the first time. What's that atmosphere been like to have a new coach?
It's been a really new journey. I think I started last year, and 10th grade I was a manager, so I really never got the experience of having the coach teaching me about the game. And 11th grade last year is when I first made the team, and I really enjoyed that. So it was kind of like, didn't hit me that hard because I only had our former coach for a year, but it was definitely, we just had to switch up some things, and nothing negative, all positive. We knew what the challenge was, and we faced it, and we got it all down, and I think it worked out great.
And Matt, what would you say about having a first-year coach here, having Dan come in for you?
It's definitely something different compared to what we had last year. Like, it's just everything's different, and it's
different. Good.
Yeah, it's different. Good.
Okay.
It's just a new experience, and it's something I really like.
And Josh, what would you say about the experience, you being a senior and having a coaching switch?
Well, it's definitely different, playing for a different coach, but it's something that I think most of the players welcome with open arms, and just a different change of pace. And I've really enjoyed this year so far, and I'm looking forward to the end of it.
Coach, what's it been like for you? You're not through it yet, but how has this first year been so far?
It's been good. I think with the whole year we've talked about it being a process, and us learning and growing as the year goes on, not just for the players but for myself as well and our coaching staff, and it's definitely been a process. Our first game started out great and kind of came to a halt in a hurry. Still got a point out of it, and it just went to show how much we had to learn and how far we had to go. And I think we've really gone a long way from where we were when we started, both as a team and as a coaching staff, and both on and off the ice. I think our on-ice play has started to come together quite well. And even off the ice, I think guys are starting to realize, what the culture is, what's being expected. Because I think what I'm trying to do here and what we're trying to bring as CNS athletics as a whole is pretty different, to use their word, as a whole from where it was last year. And, again, a lot of seniors, so a lot of guys that had played 3-4 years under the same coach. So, switching over to myself, they definitely welcomed me, but definitely there was a lot of things that I think have changed over the last few years.
What are the changes? What are the things that you're trying to bring in your era at CNS that weren't there before?
Communication being one. Definitely trying to make sure that the players know where we're trying to go with as a coaching staff, with what we're looking for, whether it's team strategies on the ice, whether it's expectations off the ice. We've definitely tried to communicate that as well as we can. Right from the start of the year, we had individual meetings with all the players. We've definitely, encouraged guys to talk with us and talk with their captains and make sure that, everything's in play. And whether it's on ice stuff, whether it's off ice stuff, whether it's school, whether it's at home or again, what's going on exactly on the ice. Yeah. We want to make sure that guys are learning and growing and, make sure that they have all the resources, that we can provide to them to get better.
So communication is just key everywhere, no matter what you're doing. We're going to go really quick here before we take a step aside here with Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on site with CNS Boys Ice Hockey here at Chick-fil-A Cicero. I want to go around, and Coach, I'm going to stay with you for this. Simple question. You said Toronto Maple Leafs are your favorite team. Obviously, it makes sense because of proximity, but are you a happy Maple Leafs fan?
Very happy Maple Leafs fan right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're happy right now. All right, Josh, what about you? Who's your team?
Me personally, I'm a Washington Capitals fan.
Okay, you're a Capitals fan. Why?
I don't really know. Just I've always liked them, and growing up just watching Alex Ovechkin, he was always on the highlight reel, and I don't know, I just always liked that team, and they finally won the Cup last year, so
you got to celebrate that a little bit?
Yeah.
Now, how long were you a fan before they won the Cup?
Years. Not a bandwidth, I can say.
No bandwidth. Did you buy some merchandise?
I did.
You did? What'd you get?
I bought a Stanley Cup Champions hat and a shirt.
Nice. So you need to wear that all the time. Do you wear that when you practice?
No.
Give you some feel for it? No?
No.
You don't? You wear it underneath. Are they not allowed to wear other things? Is that the deal?
No, I just can't imagine it'd be a good under the hockey gear.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you ever heard about the hockey smell, but
yeah, I have.
It sticks and stuff. So
yeah, I don't think I've ever smelled a locker room that smells like a hockey locker room. It's a very unique and potent smell.
I'm just impressed that you've been in the hockey locker room.
Yes, I have. Yeah, no, I grew up around the Crunch, and I'll talk about who I'm a fan of. If you guys want to answer that question, I'll let that out and why I'm a fan of the team I'm a fan of. Maybe I'll do it after this, but yeah, I've been in the locker room before a few times. All right, Matt, who's your team?
I'm a New York Rangers fan.
Okay. Why?
That
Can't be too happy this year.
No, I'm not. They're not very good, but my dad was a Rangers fan, well, still is a Rangers fan, and so are my grandparents, and so basically everyone in my family just likes them, and that's pretty much just because we live in New York, so like.
All right. So not a Sabre and not an Islander.
Definitely not.
Why? Why did the family choose the Rangers? Do you know?
I'm not really sure why they chose them, but of course now I can't like them. They're rivals, same state, so
yeah,
gotta go with the Rangers.
You gotta be a Ranger. All right, Ricky, who's the team?
I'm a big Blackhawks.
You're Blackhawks guy. All right. Why?
Patty Kane. I just love his play style, and he's very quick and he has great hands. So I've always made sure that my hands were the best part of the game. So watching the drills he does and stuff, and Jonathan Toews, he's a great captain, and we made it to the Winter Classic this year. Didn't have the best outcome, but it was a good game, and soon it'll turn around.
I am a Ducks fan.
Really?
And I am an Anaheim Ducks fan, and yes, it's because of the movies, and yes, it's because of the cartoon as a kid.
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks and the mask. And this is the thing that's crazy. The year that they won in 2007, they had just changed the logo. So nothing had the duck mask anymore, the duck goalie mask. It was all the foot. and the maroon and ugly. So all of their championship stuff has the wrong logo, which is killer. But I'm a huge fan of, I'll always be a fan of the Ducks, but I got to know the team very well in the run that they were making, and they tried to make a couple runs here and there since then, but hasn't been in their favor, and the Sharks are a horrible block sometimes. So I've had to deal with that in recent history, but no, I'm a Duck fan.
Nice.
And with the Ducks. So with that being said, we're going to take a step aside. You're watching us on Facebook Live, facebook.com/LiveNowDT. We're inside of Chick-fil-A Cicero. Wake-up call with Dan Tortora. With these fine gentlemen, we have Ricky Riley as well as Matt Kramer, Josh Mediasic, head coach Dan Jones, myself, Dan Tortora, here with you inside of Chick-fil-A every single month, celebrating CNS athletics. Thanks to Jim Sikowski and the team here at Chick-fil-A. We will be back, so stay with us on Facebook Live. When we come back, it's rapid fire. I put all of these gentlemen on the hot seat. They have to answer questions that they are not prepared for. But in fairness, it comes back at me in the third part. So follow us back here in just a moment. Thanks for being here.
This is a wake-up call, fast break. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is located on 3680 Milton Avenue in the Home Depot Plaza. It is your family-friendly sports bar and restaurant. Folks, some sports bars aren't family-friendly. Some family-friendly restaurants are not sports bars. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is proud to be both. It is that marriage that you've been looking for years. The Wildcat Sports Pub is your home base for your sports bar and restaurant needs, games for the kids, indoor and outdoor activities, and enough things on the menu to come back every single week and get to try something new. They're open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight. For reservations and party information, call 315-487-2222 for the Wildcat family-friendly sports pub and restaurant.
Carvel DeWitt, it's what happy tastes like. Do you know why? Because we make ice cream. Creamy, rich, flavorful ice cream. Not yogurt or ice milk like some of our competitors. Ice cream. Fresh, by hand, daily. For the calorie conscious, we have something new for you. Our new Carvelite. Same great flavor, creaminess, and texture of our regular ice cream with only 35 calories an ounce. So whether you want an ice cream cake, flying saucer, dasher, carvelange, hard or soft ice cream, we will satisfy your craving with our fresh, handmade regular or new Carvelite ice cream. Carvel DeWitt. It's what happy tastes like.
Clothing that will change with you without you having to change. DreisigLady.com, DREISSIG Lady.com. With the Bamboo line Relax Fit clothing as well as the Athletic Fit clothing, DreisigLady.com is fit for any woman, any time of the day, anywhere. Whatever you're doing, whatever your day commands of you, command yourself to feel comfortable in Dreissig Lady Apparel. DREISSIG Lady.com. For all the women out there, feel good in what you're wearing. And don't feel like you have to constantly change throughout the day. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a business owner, going for a jog, going for a meeting, or just relaxing at home, DreisigLady.com is the right fit for you. DREISSIG Lady.com.
Breaking news. The PressRoom Pub, located on 220 Herald Place in historic Herald Square in downtown Syracuse, is where entertainment and sports become one. Trivia is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with host Dan Tortora. Sports are always on from every angle at the PressRoom Pub. The main floor features a full bar and restaurant with 2 private party rooms featuring games, a colossal television, and more. So head out for lunch, dinner, or a drink and plan your parties with the PressRoom Pub, 220 Herald Place in downtown Syracuse. Call 315-569-4345 for more information. The Press Room awaits you.
We're back here from Chick-fil-A Cicero. This is Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We're here with the CNS Northstars boys ice hockey team. We have Ricky Riley, Matt Kramer, Josh Matiasik, and head coach Dan Jones. Of course, I'm Dan Tortora of Wake Up Call. And this is the part of the show called Rapid Fire. I've been doing this for almost a decade now, where I get to put the people that are with me on the hot seat and have some fun. You guys have no idea what questions are coming your way. You have to answer what I ask you. But in fairness, I know no other broadcasters in the world that do this, but usually the interviewer doesn't like to be interviewed. I'm going to let you guys put me on the hot seat next because fair is fair. So Josh Matiasik, I'm going to start with you. Tell me your biggest pet peeve.
My biggest pet peeve?
Yes.
That's a tough one. It's a good thing you shoot quicker than you answer the rapid fire. Yeah, that is true. That's true. I don't like when people play around with the change in the cup holder in my car. It's just, I really think that's
just mess with the change.
Yeah,
just spin the change around. You can never get the change. You realize that, right? And there's always a crumb. There's crumbs from food you don't remember eating that is in there. And then there's always something sticky at the bottom.
Yeah, I know.
There's like soda in there. So you have people that just go in there and fiddle around with your change.
Yeah, they just like to just play around with the change. I just think it's annoying.
It's where you slow down and you let them out of the car gracefully.
I have threatened people with that before.
You probably should do that now. All right, Matt. What's one song you could play on repeat for the rest of your life? Any song.
Let's see.
Let's hear you.
So, I don't know. I like a lot of different music.
Okay.
I would never listen to one song.
You never listen to one song?
But if I could only listen to one song...
Yep. Rest of your life.
Let's see. It'd probably be...
Cardi B, great. No, okay.
I mean, Cardi B, she's great, but I don't think that's going to be my answer.
All right.
I'm going to go with...
Any song.
I can't even think of a song right now, to
Any
be
song.
honest.
What's in the car right now? What do you listen to on the radio right now?
He has the aux cord. He's playing all the music, but...
Okay.
Probably...
What about our win song?
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't say that I could listen to this song for the rest of my life, but it's a Party in the USA by Hannah Montana.
Okay.
It's a great win song.
All right, so Hannah Montana. We're going to go with that.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go with Hannah Montana.
It's a great
All right.
song.
All right, Ricky. If anybody could play you in a movie about your life, who would it be and why? Who would you want to be you?
John Stamos.
John Stamos.
Yeah.
What would it,
Big Full House guy.
Big Full House guy. Okay, what would the movie be about?
Definitely a drama.
Okay.
Definitely got to be wanting the fans to see the next episode.
Okay.
But maybe, just about like an everyday drama series, I guess you could say.
Okay. Is it going to be like a crime series?
No, just, teenage life, what you got to deal with day in, day out.
Okay. Teenage life, what you're dealing with day in and day out. Very Full House.
Yes.
Very Full House. All right, I'm gonna stick with that theme, head coach Dan Jones here. What TV show is your guilty pleasure?
Probably The Office.
The Office. Okay. So you're watching it on, I don't even know what it says, on Netflix now? Hulu? Okay,
Yeah.
Netflix. So you're watching it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's still on Comedy Central or
It
TBS.
is. It's going to be on Nick at Night now, too. So you can watch it on there.
Very nice.
Have you seen every episode already?
Yeah,
Every single one, I believe.
I probably missed a handful. I don't think I've seen it like straight through first episode to last, but
Yeah.
the amount it's on TV, I'd have to say I've seen every episode.
See, I'll tell you, this is how much you know I'm a fan of The Office. This is one of the hotkeys for the show.
Oh, God! No, God, please, no!
So I actually am using that this week with the Patriots winning and going back to the Super Bowl. Is that line by Michael Scott? The Please God No.
I have to reiterate that.
You would have to reiterate that. Okay, fair enough. This is going to be going to all of you. So I'm going to go back to Matt first on this one. I'm going to give you a choice. Okay? It's a reality show choice. You have to be on one of these reality shows. You have to tell me why you chose it. Your choices are Jersey Shore, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Lord help us, Jersey Shore, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and Big Brother. Which one would you be on and why?
Well, I can't say Big Brother because I'm not really sure what that is. But,
okay. It's airing tonight. Actually, the celebrity one. It's with a bunch of people are in the house, and you have to win competitions, and you vote people out of the house as you go. So you got to be the last person standing to make $500,000.
Well, then, even though I didn't know what it was, it sounds like the best choice in this situation.
Because you can make money.
Yeah, and I don't really see myself as a Keeping Up with the Kardashians guy or a Jersey Shore guy. So.
Okay. All right, Ricky. Which one would you pick and why?
Just like I said, big into the drama TV, so Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think that would be pretty fun.
Shout out to everybody that's watching right now, including Kylan Whitner, who is graduating from Syracuse football and went through all of the drama and all of the toughness of being 4-8 multiple times to win a bowl game, and can now hoist that trophy as he moves forward. So big shout out to him. Congrats to you, Kylan, and to the entire team. So you're going to keep up with the Kardashians.
I'm going to try
to
keep up with the Kardashians.
Are you going to date one of them on the show?
No. That's
because as an athlete, your career's over if you date a Kardashian.
It's
done.
You gotta stay away. Friends are best.
Yeah, poor Kanye West can't even be Kanye West anymore. All right, we're gonna go to Josh Mediasic here. Which one would you choose?
I'm gonna join Rick on this one, Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Okay, why?
I just think it'd be interesting to be caught up in the middle of that.
You think it would be interesting, but after an hour, I think you would want to either go to an insane asylum or run for the hills. One of the two.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I'm probably right about that. All right, Coach, what would you pick and why?
Probably aging myself a bit here. These guys not even knowing what Big Brother is, but I'd probably say Big Brother.
You'd say Big Brother, okay.
Yeah,
now, is Big Brother the same up in Canada? Because I know that there's some different ones in different parts of the world. There's a UK one.
They do have a Canadian version. Yeah.
Okay.
Canadian Big Brother.
Canadian Big Brother.
Yeah.
Do you watch it?
I can't say that I do.
Okay.
Or the American one. I've seen episodes. I know what
you know what it is.
About.
You know what it's about.
Yeah.
Nobody picked Jersey Shore. Can somebody tell me why? Josh, you do? You want to? Matt wants to say it. All right, Matt, go ahead.
Well, I didn't pick Jersey Shore because I'm not a big drama guy. It seems like that show has a lot of drama in it, a lot of fights, and doesn't sound like something I'd really like to be involved with.
That's unless you're Pauly D, where you start the fights,
that's fair.
And then you just sit in the back and you watch everybody fight with each other, and you say, you just kind of sit in the back and watch everything.
I feel like if I had to be a part of that show, that is what I would do.
That's what you would do. You'd be the really calm, cool, and collected person that would watch everybody else fight.
For sure.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to go to Ricky on this one. Ricky, give me your dream job.
Dream job.
Something you could do for the rest of your life.
Definitely, I would love to be in hockey, but if career didn't take me there, and I learned this skill, I think a pilot would be pretty cool. Just exploring the world and
commercial pilot, private. What would you do?
Commercial.
Commercial.
People keeping everything safe and just getting things done.
Where would you want to go? Where would be your?
I wouldn't want to do the longest flight in the world, but
okay.
I wouldn't want to do just here to Florida back, just short flights. I want to explore.
You want to explore a little bit.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. All right, Matt, I'm gonna stick with this question. What would be your dream job? Or if you have more than one, tell me what they are.
A pilot actually doesn't sound too bad, but probably something with sports as well as Ricky, something like managing teams or like owning a team, something like that. That'd be my dream job.
Okay, managing a team, owning a team, or being a pilot. All right, Josh.
It doesn't sound too bad.
All right, Josh Mediasic, what's the dream job?
Last one to say it, but pretty much anything in sports. I could just see myself just enjoying and being happy to go to work every day if I was just, involved in sports.
What if you were a curling coach? So you were on the ice, but you were doing the street sweeping broom saw you were pushing a weight down it. Could you be happy with that?
Yeah, I could be happy with
Bobsledding?
Sure.
The luge?
I'm not against it.
Bowling? If you were a bowling
not
coach.
very good, but
Right. What would be your best words of advice if you were a bowling coach?
try and knock down all the kids.
I figured you were going to say that. All right, Coach Jones. If you weren't the head coach of CNS Athletics, what would you be doing right now?
Well, if I could do anything, it would definitely be, like these guys said, in sports. I feel pretty blessed that I'm doing something that I really love doing, and I get to coach here. I do some personal training, and I work with other hockey teams doing goalie coaching and mental training for hockey-specific and sports teams alike. So
all in the sports world.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm going to ask you of these three gentlemen, who would be the best co-host if I put one of them on my show for the week? Josh, Matt, or Ricky?
Probably Ricky.
Ricky. All right. Okay, why?
Most outspoken, I think.
All right.
Josh and Matt, they tend to be the more workers, where Ricky can be a little bit more outspoken.
Okay. So basically, if I did a Take Your North Star to Work day, you'd come on the air with me. Do a 2-hour show with Ricky. What would we talk about, Ricky? What would be the, besides hockey, what would you, because my show's, it's called Where Sports Meets Life, so it's not just about sports, it's about anything.
Yeah.
Anything is on the table. It's an entertainment and sports show. What will we talk about?
I think the daily life of a student athlete. And sometimes, we'll have an away game wherever, or a home game, and if it's running a little late, not getting home till 10:30, 11, even sometimes 11:30, just got to stop at the rink, got to put all your stuff there, and I think just the repetitive of having that, and then having to get up, keep your grades up, everything, and then be back to practice and doing your hardest every day, and just keeping the boys going and keeping yourself going is the biggest thing.
All right, so we would talk about the life of a student athlete, all the things you don't see, and how tough it is to have a full-time job as a student, a full-time job as an athlete, and then a lot of you, and here at Chick-fil-A as well, try to have that third job, which is the actual, get some money while you're doing your thing. All right, that'd be fun. Coach, I'm going to go back to you for this one. Celebrity crush.
Oh, toughie. This is putting me on the spot.
Yes.
So many to choose from.
Shout out to everybody that's watching, and Shelton Prescott, a Syracuse football alum as well, so thank you to Shelton. Celebrity crush. Mine's so easy.
Yeah.
Mine hasn't changed in like 10 years. I don't think it's ever going to change.
I can't think of her actual name, but Sloan from Entourage was one of my favorites all time.
Okay. So Sloan from Entourage, that actress. See, I didn't watch I didn't have HBO. I have HBO now, but I didn't have it back then.
Go back and watch it.
All right, Sloan from Entourage. All right, Josh, what about you? Celebrity crush.
Celebrity.
Tell the world. Tell her. She could be watching right now.
All right.
Let her know.
Pam from The Office.
Pam from The Office. All right. I love how we're picking, but we're not saying their names. We're just saying their character names. Pam. So you like Pam?
Yeah.
You kind of look a little bit like Jim. I'll give you that.
Oh, thank you.
A little bit of Jim. That's a compliment. Good actor. Seems like a nice guy. Your hair's coming out the same way his does. Kind of flips up on the side a little bit.
Yeah.
So Jim and Pam. All right. What about you, Matt?
Well, this kind of goes back to a question you asked earlier, but it'd probably be Kendall Jenner.
Oh, Jesus. Mary and Joseph.
You can say what you want.
You're supposed to know these things as an athlete. You got to stay away.
I'll break the Kardashian curse.
I don't think. I think you got a better chance of breaking the Madden curse than breaking the Kardashian.
I don't know. I think I could do it if the opportunity was given to me.
All right. Well, listen. I hope that you can. I hope that you can. It would be a sign of the apocalypse if it ever happened, but I hope that you can. All right, Ricky. Here's a celebrity crush. Kendall Jenner, man. She gets picked every show. She does.
I'm going to have to go with Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. All right. I met her. Very nice
Did
person.
you?
I got her autograph, got a picture with her, and I got to talk with her for a couple minutes.
I am jealous.
She did a concert here. Oh, God. It's got to be like 10 years ago at least. She's the concert I've seen the most. I saw her 3 times, and the first time I went, that's when I got to meet her.
Wow.
So, and she signed one of my favorite shirts on the sleeve, so I can't wear my shirt anymore.
Oh, wear that with pride.
I can't wear the shirt. I don't want to mess up the autograph.
Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah. So, all right.
Is it in a frame?
Not yet.
Should be.
I know it's got to be in a frame. Carrie Underwood. So I agree with you.
Yep.
Ricky, I feel like our show is shaping up to be something good already, because we're in tune.
Yeah.
We're there.
We think alike.
Coach Jones. And I'm going to have 2 more for each of you here. So, Coach Jones, what's one movie you could watch for the rest of your life on repeat?
I'd have to go with a throwback. Probably Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, okay.
Tommy Boy.
Or Tommy Boy.
My favorites there.
All right, Happy Gilmore or Tommy Boy. Matt.
All right.
Do you want to answer this one? I feel
I'll
like you
take
want
a different one.
You want a different one? Okay. I was going to give you a different one. I didn't know if you had one ready here. Let me think here. Skydiving, swimming with sharks. Which one do you choose and why?
Oh, skydiving for sure.
Okay, why?
Well, I mean, I feel like sharks are kind of more unpredictable. Well,
then falling out of the sky?
Well, like, I bet if you looked it up, which I don't really know if there's evidence to back this up, but there's probably more people who get bit by sharks and get injured than people who get
I just want people to stop saying that we're not in the shark food chain, because they've bitten enough humans to make me think that we taste somewhat good to them.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to put myself in that situation.
Okay. So you'll jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
All right. Josh. Tell me one song on the radio right now that you cannot listen to. It comes on and you immediately grab the aux cable and turn on something else.
Well, right now, I don't really listen to the radio that much.
Do you have a song in general you don't like?
Pretty much anything Ed Sheeran.
Anything by Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, I do not like his music.
Okay. All right. I can roll with that.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky.
All right.
It's a 3-part question. You can go anywhere in the world. Where do you go? You could take one person you know and one celebrity. Who do you take that you know? What celebrity do you take, and where do the 3 of you go?
Well, I think my one person would probably be my dad.
Okay.
Because he's taught me everything I know, so we think alike, and
okay.
A very wise man. And
give a shout out to Pops. What's Dad's name?
Robert Riley.
Robert Riley. So shout out to Robert. We appreciate you. So you take your dad with you?
Yep. Take my dad and Carrie Underwood.
All right. Where are you going?
I would like to go somewhere that would be kind of concert famous.
Okay.
Because I will have Carrie Underwood with me.
Yeah.
And then my
go
dad,
to Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Sydney,
Coachella
Australia.
or something like that.
Yeah, you could go there.
My dad's a big guy, so it could kind of be the security guard of me and Carrie Underwood. I could learn how to sing, and we could go famous.
All right, fair enough. You've thought this through. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. This is going to be your final one on the hot seat.
Oof.
So I got to be good with this one.
All right. Take it easy on me.
Of everyone sitting here on your team, you're on the Titanic, and everybody's in the water. Who do you save first?
So, like, coach too?
Yeah, coach too.
Oh, God.
Coach, I don't think you're going to get saved. I don't know.
It's not sounding good. He's thinking about it.
I know. He's like, coach, really?
All right, so this is for an interview, so don't take this personal, guys.
All right.
It's like, I'd probably have to choose Josh, and that's just because I know he's giving me a ride home tonight, and I've known him basically my whole life.
Are you the person that plays with his change? Is that what he
actually,
brought?
I cannot say that I am.
Okay, that's good. Who's good about not playing with your change?
Yeah.
So you would save Josh.
Right.
Okay.
It's a tough decision, though.
It is a very tough decision.
Both a close second.
All right, close second. All right.
You're benched.
All right, Josh. You can sing the national anthem, or you can go on a comedy tour. Which one do you choose?
I'm not much of a singer, so I think I'm going to go on the comedy tour.
Do you feel that you're funny? Can you pull it off?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens.
You give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ricky, this is your final one. If you could spend your life anywhere in the world, you had to move away from here, where would you go? You had to stay there forever.
No, I think everyone loves Florida, but probably Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, I visited that once, and I love skiing, and that has some really good skiing, and any water activity you can do there, and it's gorgeous and great weather.
All right, Coach, you're going to have the last one here. Coach Dan Jones, my question for you is, what is the one thing that you feel like you have too much of in your house? Something you just keep buying that you got too much of?
Me or my wife?
Both. Both. You want to put her on blast. I hope that you don't sleep on the couch tonight.
Yeah.
You might need a ride home from Josh, too, or a ride somewhere. So, so tell me, what does your wife have too much of? What do you have too much of?
Well, I think as a whole, as a household, like just decorations and probably candles would be the most.
Candles. Are they scented or just the unscented ones?
Scented. We got like a closet full of them.
Oh, my Lord.
They get burned a few times, and then a new one replaces it.
She got a bunch of the three-quarters of the candles gone.
Yeah.
But it still smells like a candle.
Yeah.
You got to throw it out. Go home today and throw it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Too many candles. All right. That coming from Dan Jones, the head coach of CNS Northstars boys ice hockey team. We also have Josh Matiasik, Matt Kramer, and Ricky Riley here. Myself, Dan Tortora. We're going to take a step aside here from Chick-fil-A Cicero. When we come back, the gentleman will put me on the hot seat. We thank everybody that's coming out to the drive-thru and to Chick-fil-A Cicero on a very, very, very cold day. Support CNS Athletics. It's minutes, 3-4 minutes down the road. Make sure you support CNS every chance you get. And we will be back in just a moment here on Facebook.com/LiveNowDT and to the great people at Chick-fil-A Cicero.
This is a wake-up call, fast break.
Hi, friends and fans. Home Team Pub is the place to be to cheer on your fave home team. Located at 7990 Oswego Road in Liverpool, HTP has you covered with an amazing drink selection. Let's not forget about the signature drinks or those kid-approved gourmet milkshakes. The happy hour specials and pub entrees will have your mouth watering. Check out the website, hometeampub.com, or follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. At Home Team Pub, you're always the MVP.
Gear up with the real deal at Dreissig Apparel, creating what people are going to see and learn about you before they even meet you. Gear up for what you need for your team, business, or event. To look professional, look good, and feel good, outfit yourself at DreissigApparel.com. That's DREISSIG Apparel.com. The only place to gear up with the real deal. What's the universal language of a fan? Clapping your hands. With Fan Hands, the ultimate sports fan accessory, find your team color, slip them on, and start cheering on your favorite team with 11 different colors, always in stock on fanhands.com, where you'll find the ultimate sports fan accessory. Real fans wear Fan Hands. Utica Pizza Company spells family. Your family, my family, their family. The recipes that they have shared with each other throughout the years and have now been so gracious to share them with us. I can sit here and talk with you about all the great things that are on the menu, but we'd be here forever. So let me say this. Utica Pizza Company is second to none. And now you can bring it home with you and you can dine in the restaurant. UticaPizzaCompany.com will give you all the information that you need. And let me say, these Utica greens, they're the best. Utica Pizza Company. Call them and place your order at 315-214-3060. That's 315-214-3060. Families break bread at Utica Pizza Company.
Get Hilton quality service at the most affordable price at True by Hilton Camillus, located right next to Costco in Township 5. True by Hilton Camillus offers you their signature sport court where you can enjoy basketball, volleyball, pickleball, soccer, lacrosse, and more year-round in their indoor facility. For reservations and information, call 315-314-8676. That's 315-314-8676. True by Hilton Camillus. Hilton quality service at the most affordable price.
All right, back here, Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, the final part of the show. We thank you so much for being here at Chick-fil-A, bearing the cold weather to get out here to the tremendously amazing food that I used to have to wait until I went to the Carolinas for, or down in Florida. Now I get to have it in sunny central New York, where it's always warm and it feels like we're on a beach all the time. I just tell myself it's white sand outside. That's what I say. So I'm on the hot seat now, which means that these four gentlemen get to ask me whatever they want to ask me here. This is the CNS Northstars boys ice hockey team. They're right down the road. Make sure you go and support them on the road and at home. For CNS Athletics, a proud supporter is Chick-fil-A Cicero, and so is Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We're here with Ricky Riley, Matt Kramer, Josh Matiasik, and head coach Dan Jones in his first season with the team. Of course, this is Dan Tortora from Wake Up Call. So, you each have 3 questions. I am on the hot seat. I get to sit back and, I don't know. Depends on how hot my seat gets, how comfortable I get. Ricky, you go first. What do you got for me?
Your ex-wife, you said, just texted you and said she made a purchase on your credit card.
Yes.
Tell us what that purchase was.
It was, let's see what it is. She said something through Roku. It was for $15.99, and there's an exclamation point saying, "I'll PayPal you." But I never put my credit card on the Roku, so she must have put the credit card on and then used it.
Oh, boy.
So that's fun.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, $15.99.
It's an expensive episode of Friends.
I know. I don't know what the heck she would have bought, but yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. All right, Matt, what's your question?
So my first question is, what is your favorite CNS athletics team?
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, yeah, this is not comfortable. It's because I asked him the death question. All right, I don't know. You know, this is not a political answer. It's not a political answer. I'm going to tell you, but I appreciate all of the athletic programs because I appreciate CNS as a whole because I consider the Northstars, and, you know, there's a lot of people that play multiple sports. So I consider it one big family, so I would say that I can't choose. If you made me choose, which I did, then I'll side with my cousin Franny, and I'll say the girls lacrosse team because I got to support Franny and Sammy, who was there before her. So when in doubt, when you're Italian and Hispanic, you support the family. So
all right.
I'll support the family. All right, Josh, what do you got for me?
All right, I'll ease up on you. So
okay.
You're the host of a podcast.
Oh, she paid me on my PayPal. I got it back. I got the money back.
Perfect.
Look at that. See, we talked about it. This is the beauty of having your own show. Yeah. Talk about it, asking you shall receive. So there you go.
There you go.
So what's your question?
So you're the host of a podcast. Obviously.
Yes, sir.
Do you listen to any other podcasts?
I do. I am very, very busy, so it's hard for me to dedicate time to all of them, but I try to listen to my friends' shows. So my producer, Nick Cicero, shout out to you, Nick. I'll listen to his stuff. I will listen to Colin Coward. Try to listen to Colin Coward. I like Colin Coward. I used to listen to Mike and Mike, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much. I like Rich Eisen too. Huge Stuart Scott fan. Obviously, he's passed on, but I would listen to anything he's done. And I think if Jim Carrey ever decided to do one, I'd listen to Jim Carrey. Mike Myers. You know, I like comedians. Kevin Hart wants to do one. If Bernie Mac was alive, I would listen to that in a heartbeat. So I think I'd have to say comedy. You know, Chris Rock, all that. All right, Coach, what's your first one for me?
My first one for you, on a scale of Gretzky to Bambi, how good of a skater are you?
From Gretzky to Bambi?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, I will tell you this. So I went on a blind date when I was a senior in high school. And I told the girl I couldn't skate. And we were out at some place here in central New York. I forget where we were. I think we were out in, like, Baldwinsville and Radisson area. And I told her I couldn't skate, so I was just kind of hanging out watching everybody else skate, and I felt like really awkward, whatever. And they said, yeah, there's 20 minutes left. Put some skates on, see what you could do. then I just told myself in my head, I was like, all right, you watched it on television, you know how to keep your balance, flying V. Just do the flying V from the Mighty Ducks. Just pretend like you're in the front of the flying V and just do that. So I start doing it, I crouch down, I'm coming around, I'm hooking around, I'm on one foot at one point, and so she thought I lied. And everybody hated me that day because they thought that I had been holding out the whole time. So I would say I'm closer to Gretzky than Bambi. And I went downtown and finally did it in Clinton Square, and I was one of the people, well, there was like 4 of us that were actually going fast around the thing, and I did not fall, and I spun a bunch of times, most of them on purpose. So I'm closer to Gretzky than Bambi.
Wow.
I know. I feel good. I'll come skate with you guys. Make that happen.
Yeah, do it.
Can't do a hockey stick at the same time. I'm saying, maybe you put me right in front. I can't stop. I would be concerned if I was stopping in front of the goal and trying to shoot.
There's boards for a reason.
Yeah, I would shoot and then allow myself to hit the boards, I think.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Go for the rebound.
Yeah. All right, Ricky, we're going to stick with you here. What's your second one for me?
So we see you are on Facebook,
Yes,
and we want to see why aren't you with time and on any other social medias?
We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram.
Why is Facebook your go-to?
Because it's an easy one to use, and I use XSplit Broadcaster, which I have to shout them out, because you can get a lifetime license with them to use it for commercial purposes and all that stuff, which allows us to have the ticker and all of that, and it works very well with Facebook. So Facebook is very easy to, most of the time. We had some issues here and there, but for the most part, Facebook is pretty user-friendly, so I'll give them some props for that. I think Mark Zuckerberg could get better as a human being, but I'm okay with Facebook.
Nice.
All right, Josh, what do you got for me? You're welcome. What's your second one, Josh?
My second one.
Mr. Mediasic.
So,
now that I'm just going to say that name randomly now. I'm proud that I could say it.
I'm proud of you for being able to say it too.
Thank you.
So off the air, you were talking about how you cover the UCF football team.
Yes.
What is your favorite part about covering them?
The fact that they are the underdog that people want to hate that just keep winning. I mean, the team went 25-1, and everybody's like, oh, well, they just lost to LSU. They lost their first game in 26 tries, so obviously they suck, and they're really, really bad. They lost by 8. They lost by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion without their starting quarterback.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
And they had to play on the other side of the country. So, you know, they win the Fiesta Bowl with Blake Bortles, and they're terrible, right? They had no business being there. They go 25-0. Who goes from one coach undefeated, loses the entire coaching staff, goes undefeated with that new coaching staff? How does that? It never that wouldn't happen in Alabama. It wouldn't happen at Clemson, Syracuse. It's never happened it doesn't happen anywhere. You know, Phil Jackson leaves the Bulls. The guy that comes in after Phil Jackson doesn't win them all. So Pat Riley leaves the Heat. They don't go undefeated after that. So, you know, and from Chris Mullin to Steph Curry with the Golden State Warriors, there was forever in between when they were successful. So what's my favorite part of covering them? Because no matter what anybody says about them, they go to work every day, they lace them up, they don't care what you say, positive, negative, or in between. They're going to be themselves to the best of their ability, and they're going to go to work. And that is the only way that I know how to do it. So shout out to UCF for waving to the haters, but never letting that information go in the brain. Just do a little toodles. All right, Matt, what do you got for me? What's your second one?
All right, so clearly you're a big Chick-fil-A guy.
I'm a very big Chick-fil-A fan, yes, sir.
What is your favorite thing off the menu?
The peppermint chocolate shake that's not available anymore. But I would say I'm a nuggets guy. Nuggets and Polynesian sauce.
Oh, really?
Keep it simple. Yeah, the Polynesian sauce.
You like the Chick-fil-A sauce?
It's not bad, but I'm a Polynesian through and through.
All right.
I like that a lot. All right, Coach Jones, what's your second one?
All right. You brought up that I was Canadian, so I thought I'd ask a Canadian question.
Okay.
Your favorite or most interesting Canadian story, Canadian encounter, anything related there?
I would say my 2 trips to the Air Canada Centre to see the Raptors play. I would say kind of just walking around town and stumbling upon the giant Toronto sign by the water and how cool that was. I say that it's New York, it's the New York City of Canada, but it smells nice and people are nice. So it's like if New York City smelled good and people didn't hit you when you were walking by them. and everybody's got a dog, and I'm a dog fan, so I like that. But no, Toronto, there's so many great things. The food is great. The people are great. I had an Airbnb experience there, which was really awesome, because normally I don't do that. Every experience has been fun. I went to a Blue Jays game. I went to the Ripley's, believe it or not, museum. We went to Gretzky's restaurant. I went to Drake's restaurant, which was Fring's, which is an awesome place. So, yeah, I mean, I was born in October, so was Drake. He's a Raptors fan, so am I. So, we should be friends at some point, Drake. Let me know. And I won't ever say that he stole my flow, like some people say out there. But, Toronto is a place I have to go to a couple times a year.
Very nice.
So, and I owe them a visit, but I'm not going to do it in January because it's like -12 up there right now.
Be a good time to catch a Leafs game, though.
I know. Maybe we should go. You got to think about that. If they play the Ducks. They play the Ducks?
It'd be a guaranteed win, too, for the Leafs.
Wow. Well, now we have to go, Coach, because those are fighting words. All right, Matt, what's your final question?
So earlier we were talking about celebrity crushes.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours?
I have a few, but Jennifer Aniston since forever.
That's a good answer. I respect that.
Jennifer Aniston all day, every day. Yeah, I think she's Anna Kendrick. Jennifer Aniston. Gosh, I gotta think now.
Just to clarify, is Anna Kendrick the girl from Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
All right.
Definitely her. And I don't know. The list goes on. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that would be a definite. Jennifer, I mean, it's always Jennifer Aniston.
I respect. I can't.
It just is. It's her all day, every day. And she keeps ending up single, so I'm hoping that's not a her thing. I hope she's dating some bad guys, and maybe she just, doesn't make a phone call. We're not that far in age, I don't think. I mean, she's 40, she's 49. That's fine. I'm 33. Whatever, it's cool. We're good. All right, Ricky, what's your final question?
So I remember you asked Matt who he would take. So if you went on a radio show and you could take one member from your family, who would it be?
So I'm going on a radio show. Going on anybody's show? Just going on as a guest?
Starting your own.
Okay, so I'm starting a new one.
And you had to have a co-host.
And I had to have a co-host.
And it had to be from your family. One family member, who would it be?
Oh, man. My mom.
Good
We have very similar personalities. We can walk into a room of strangers and leave with 20 friends.
Yeah.
So I would say it would have to be my mom. If I could pick two, it would be my cousins Nico and Miguel, but I'll take mom.
Nice.
And if my grandma's still here, who lived to be 100 and 9 days, shout out G-Mom in heaven, she was my co-host. Like, we actually got to do something before she passed away, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So grandma. All right, Josh, you have one more. What is it?
All right. My final question is, what is the most, embarrassing thing you've done while driving your car? Like, accidentally ran a red light or ran a stop sign or something like that?
I gotta think now.
Yeah, I got a few too, so.
Most embarrassing thing I did.
Yeah.
While driving my car. I would have to say it wasn't me driving, it was my cousin David, but he was talking to me and he was paying attention to me, and I appreciated that, but I wanted him to watch the road, and we were on the way to the casino, and I won money that night, so yes. But
not a big deal.
He went through a red light, and I was like, David just went through a red light. He goes, oh, I did? Oh, that's interesting. And then he just kept driving. I was like, wait a minute, we need to go back and talk about that. What do you mean that's interesting? Yeah, it is interesting. Could have died. I need my life to be okay. I did have an ex-girlfriend one time where I was falling asleep coming home from Scranton, because I went to school at Marywood University, and I started to fall asleep going on 81, and I swear to you that I had fallen asleep. It was nighttime, and I woke up driving, mind you. I woke up with my face on the wheel and my hands on the wheel, and I peered back, and I was like all kinds of out of it. I was like, what's going on? There was fog everywhere. I didn't know if I was on a straightaway, if I was on a hill. I don't know where I was. So I say to her, I go, did I fall asleep? And she looks at me and she goes, don't ever date a girl like this, gentleman. So I look at her and I was like, did I fall asleep? She goes, uh-huh. I was like, what are you going to tell me? She goes, I don't care if I die. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, don't make that decision for me. Make that decision for yourself. You can jump out at any time, but I want to be alive. She was going to let us die because I fell asleep in the car.
That is crazy.
So, yeah, she didn't last that long, thank God. I wish her the best. And the man that's driving with her, I wish him the best, too.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, what's your final question for me?
My final question would be, what's it going to take to get you out to a CNS hockey game?
You know what? Really nothing, but I'm going to tell you something because I want it. I want gear. I want one of these. Is that a possibility? No, but you can get me out to a game. But anything, listen, I'll sport it. I'll rock the gear. Because I'm liking the hats. We got everything. I mean, this is all. You're all wearing the good stuff. So, yeah. Give me something to wear in the stands. I'll be out there. I'll bundle up and be ready to go. Don't have to beg me to come out for that. So we got some good games coming up.
Yeah.
Some challenges coming up.
Yeah, we're playing Rome tomorrow night, and then we've got Oswego on Friday, and that'll be our senior night, our last home game until playoffs.
Oswego. Okay, on Friday night. And I will be here on Friday. What time's the game?
6 o'clock. I think it's 6. Our Friday games are 6, and
all right.
Tuesday 7.
Friday at 6 o'clock, folks. Got to bring yourself out to the game and also to your game coming up here before that as well. So that being said, we have Dan Jones, we have Josh Mediasek, we have Matt Kramer, Ricky Riley, who will be guest starring on my show at some point. He's been voted in by Coach. And myself, Dan Tortora. We appreciate you all. We thank you for supporting CNS Athletics, CNS Boys Ice Hockey. Go out and see their games. Support them on the road and at home. Show them the love. We got seniors here finishing up. Matt's got a little bit more time, so you can see him this year and next year, God willing. And we have Coach Dan Jones in his first season, myself, Dan Tortora. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate Chick-fil-A, Jim Rusakowski, and the whole team. Thanks to Tim Bednarski and the entire athletic staff at CNS for the Northstars. And with that being said, we're hungry. So we're going to go eat Chick-fil-A. So thank you for watching on Facebook.com/LiveNowDT. And thank you for being here and bearing the cold with us. Head out and bear the cold a little bit more. The ice that is going to be there no matter what. And go out and see the CNS Northstars Boys Ice Hockey team. God bless you all. Have yourself a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
This is a wake-up call, fast break.